Hello, grade 9. This is your homework help and your revision for the test. Our first question is a number sequence 1, -9, -19. Now, you don't know if this is arithmetic or geometric. So the first thing that you need to figure out is which one it is. So to check for arithmetic, we are going to say term 2 minus term 1. That means I'm saying -9 minus 1. And then I'm going to say term 3 minus term 2, which means -19 minus -9. Please notice that the negative sign stays with the number. It does not go away. Let's try this. So we are going to say -9 minus 1. That gives me -10. From here to here, it's -10. Then I'm going to say, clear that, -19 minus -9, that gives me -10. Oh, I didn't put the minus sign there. -10. Oh, goodness. -10 and -10. From here to here, it's -10. Because these two are the same, I now know that I have got a numeric or arithmetic sequence. So how do I go about solving this? You need to draw your table and you need to do this from memory. So we start with position, and our positions, and our positions can be term 1, term 2, term 3. I got 3, and my last one's going to be term n. Then I'm going to have difference times position, and I already know my position is 1, 2, 3, and n. After that, I am going to say action, and my last one is going to be my values. So my value in term 1 is 1. In term 2, it's -9. Term 3, -19. Term n, I don't know. So let's put in my difference. I've calculated my difference. -10, -10, -10, -10. Now I want to do the action. So if I say -10 multiplied by 1, I get -10. What do I do to -10 to get to 1? So if I say -10 plus -10, I get to 0. So a -10 plus 10 gets me to 0. So let's say plus 11. Plus 11, that gets me to 1. Okay, so I'm going to say plus 11 over there. Let's do the same thing here. I'm going to change that 1 to a 2. Plus 11 gets me to -9. Is that correct? Yes, I want -9. Let's change that 2 to a 3. -19, that's correct. So it's plus 11, plus 11. Wonderful. So this means that my term n is going to be -10n plus 11. And that is my answer. So now you can give me any term that I ask for because you know how to get term n. Very good. All right, let's do our second one. -4, -1, 4, and 11. The first thing we want to know is it numeric or geometric. So term 2 minus term 1 is -1 minus -4. Term 3 minus term 2 is -1. Oh, it's +4 minus -1. So let's see what we got. Okay, I can do the fourth one also. Term 4 minus term 3, that is 11 minus 4. So let's input that into the calculator. I'm going to start with -1. That's 2. -1 minus -4. That gives me 3. I'm going to say these two minus and minus become plus. So 4 plus 1 gives me 5. 11 minus 4 is 10 minus 3, that's 7. So no, this is not numeric. So now I'm going to check if it's geometric. So if it's geometric, I'm going to say term 2 divided by term 1, which is negative 1 divided by negative 4 gives me 1 over 4. Term 3 divided by term 2 is, term 3 is 4 divided by term 2 is negative 1, which gives me negative 4. Term 4 divided by term 3 gives me 11 divided by negative 4, which is also not the same. So it's not geometric either. What are we going to do? All right. So now that we know it's not numeric or geometric, let's try something else. I've written the numbers again, and I want to see if I wanted to jump. I'm using these numbers. I'm saying plus 3, and then I jump again, it's plus 5, and I jump again, it's plus 7. Now, in between each of these, it's plus 2, right? So I can see there is a pattern. We just need to figure out how to write it. Instead of using the value, I'm going to use the position. I'm going to say in position number 1, if I take position number 1 and I square it, I'm going to literally get 1. What do I do to 1 to get to negative 4? 1 minus 5 equals negative 4. Okay, so 1 squared minus 5 equals negative 4. Let's repeat it with position number 2. If I square position number 2, I get 4. 4 minus 5 gives me negative 1. And that's what I want, negative 1. Let's check position 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 minus 5 is 4. So that's what I want. I'm going to say 9 minus 5 equals 4. And 4 squared is 16. 16 minus 5 is 11. Minus 5 is 11. So I now know that these are the ones that I want to use. What does this mean? I am going to say that term n is equal to, remember this is n, position n, position n, position n. So it's n to the power of 2, n squared, n squared, n squared, n squared, minus 5. And that is my formula for this question. All right, let's try our next one. The numbers are 1, 7, 49. So the first thing we do is we check, is it arithmetic or numeric? We say term 2 minus term 1 is 7 minus 1, which gives me 6. Term 3 minus term 2 is 49 minus 7, which gives me 42. Not numeric. Let's check if it's geometric. Term 2 divided by term 1 is 7 divided by 1 gives me 7. Term 3 divided by term 2 is 49 divided by 7 gives me 7. Yes, it is geometric. Since it's geometric, what I'm going to do is I am going to say, so for term 1 I have 1, and I'm going to say 1 plus sorry, this one is 7. Then we're going to say term 3 minus term 2, which is 18 minus 11, which is 7. Term 4 minus term 3, which is 25 minus 18, which should again be 25 minus 10 is 15 minus 8 is 7. All right. Now that I can see, yes, it is arithmetic, I'm going to draw my table, and I'm going to say position, And the positions that I have is term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, term n. Then I'm going to say difference times position. And again, my positions are 1, 2, 3, 4, n. Then I say action. And lastly, I say value. So here I've got 4, 11, 18, 25. My difference is 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So what do I do in my action? I'm going to say 7 times 1 is 7. 7 to 4 is 7 minus 3 gives me 4. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 take away 3 gives me 11. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 minus 3 is 18. So minus 3 is my pattern. And for this question, term n is equal to 7n minus 3, the end. Okay, so this is your video on how to do the number sequences. You should be able to do all of these for the following test. Please like and subscribe. In our next video, we're going to look at the laws of exponents.